Today on Be Something Wonderful, watch this video if your desires still haven't manifested. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Massive video today. I want to talk about this client that said, Tom, a question that I get from many of you. I've been imagining, I've been affirming, I've been assuming my wish fulfilled, but it still hasn't manifested yet. I don't know what to do. Well, we're going to hit this point today and more. Here's the thing, guys. Just like her, just like many of us, she was focused on the thing that she doesn't have or the person that she doesn't believe she is yet, and not on the experience of fulfillment. This is what, and she goes, well, then how do I do that, right? She was desiring it and wanting it, but not just simply in making the choice and decision that I am it. This is what I want. This is what I desire. So I'm going to move to it. It's that firm intention that I am that person already, that firm conviction or intention to choose what you want to have and who you want to be. Right? That creates the experience of fulfillment. She goes, well, how do I do that? Well, any process that remember, you're the process. So any process is powerful because you're the process. You give it the power. And so in her case, she just wrote it down. Right? Wrote it down. Set the intention. This is what I choose. This is who I am. It moved her from focusing on not having it, not believing she's the person she wants to be, to the experience of fulfillment. 2 days later, her specific person called her and they went out on a date, and now they're dating. It's almost exactly a story that I received from a subscriber a few days ago. In her case, I think it was her, she watched a video of another client that manifested her specific person in 24 hours by also writing it down. This is powerful. And this subscriber said, Tom, I just said, what the heck? I will try it her way. Again, light. She was light about it. It was a light touch. I'll try it her way. I'll write it down. And she said that the specific person, the guy that she wanted to be with, called her the next day. Then they went out on a date, and now she said it's official. This is powerful. What's happening here? Hear it, guys. Stop focusing on the thing you believe you don't have and the person you believe you are not. And instead, put your focus on the experience of fulfillment. For these clients, for that subscriber, it happened to be the idea of writing it down, that idea of, it almost felt like they were choosing it, intending it. It felt real to them. It felt like, okay, this is who I am now, right? Because remember, when you're focused on the thing that you don't have or the person that you're not yet, that creates the separation from the love or the house or the money or whatever you want, right? I really want it. I'm desiring it, but you're feeling the lack and separation of it. Right? Versus your intention, your firm intention and decision to have it and be it. Right? I choose to have what I want and be who I desire to be. Do you see it? That creates that now you're surrounded by the fulfillment. You embody the fulfillment. You embody your desires. It's the intention to have and be, the experience of fulfillment now. That's powerful. Let's hit this. Be intentional. Hear it. Hear this. In these cases, right, the manifesting the SP in 24 hours, the one who watched that video, and my client who just recently in 2 days, right, created that reality, occupied that reality of her SP calling her. Be intentional. They were intentional. That's what your source is as source energy. Source energy is intentional. Its intention is to be and create life and create more life. Life and more life. To experience itself in all the infinite perspectives and vantage points and viewpoints as source. That's who you are. Be intentional like source of all that you desire to have and be. Source, all that is intentional. about knowing itself, hear this, experientially as all that is. It's intentional about it. It's intentional about knowing itself as absolute fulfillment. It's not about becoming fulfilled. It's about experiencing the fulfillment that you already are from a different perspective, from a different viewpoint and vantage point. Very big point here. Okay, it's not about becoming fulfilled. It's about experiencing the experience of fulfillment that you already are from a different perspective, a different viewpoint, a different vantage point. That's what Source does. That's the divine urge. That's the divine intention to experience itself as life and more life from all the various viewpoints, vantage points, and perspectives. That's what desire is. It's a desire to experience and contemplate yourself as all that is, of the beingness and the isness that you are. Not to create a thought that you are not that thing that you want to be, or you don't have that thing that you want. Rather, to experience the idea that it's already yours and you get to experience that from some specific vantage point or viewpoint. You call it forth, right? The processes and techniques don't make you fulfilled. They don't create anything. They put your attention and awareness on the fulfillment and creation that's already there. That's what happened with my client. Certainly that's what happened with that subscriber. And in that SP manifesting video in 24 hours, they were intentional. They wrote it down, the process of writing it down for them. Right? Remember, that doesn't have to be your process, but any process. Created that attention and awareness of the fulfillment and the creation that's already there. Wow, that's powerful. So the message is not to not desire or not want what you desire or want to be and have, but to be intentional about it, to desire it and want it as the one and only source of all that is. Of the one and only source of all of it. Do you see the difference, right? It's not that you shouldn't or don't have to do techniques and processes. That's never the discussion to get what you want or be who you desire to be. It's that you already have what you want and already are that which you desire to be. The processes and techniques simply reveal the truth, moving your attention and awareness on that experience of all that isness that you are, and the desire to have the next experience as a 3D physical experience. Do you see it? It's to move your awareness on that experience of all that isness, right? Your desire to have the next experience as that 3D physical experience. That's powerful, right? That's powerful. So the power in any imaginal scene or act, this question came up about assumptions, about imagining your wish fulfilled, about visualization, about visualizing a scene or the outcome. But the power in any imaginal act or any process technique is in its implication, as Neville, Goddard, and all the spiritual greats talk about. It's in the implication of absolute fulfillment now. It's in the implication that you are fulfilled. That's the implication. It's not in the specific scene or technique or process. It's in the implication of absolute fulfillment now. It's not the scene, the process, or technique that manifests or creates anything. It's you, right? Remember, it's about who, and the who is you, as source, as the power and authority behind it all, as I am. Right? It's your assumption of absolute fulfillment here and now with the intention and decision to be who you desire to be here and now, while allowing the physical experience to unfold naturally from within you. You, the process, as source, as fulfillment. You are all of those. That's the power. Wow, that's powerful. So remember, desiring, wanting, always introduces the possibility of non-fulfillment. Because you wouldn't be desiring and wanting it from fulfillment. The desire and to want it would be an intention to already have it and be it. Do you see it? You move to the intention, right? But we go through this process of desiring and wanting it, techniques and processes, and then believe the fulfillment's out there after we do it right, or get the right process, or get the right technique, or persist in time with these techniques. That creates separation and lack from the money, from the love, from the house. But the intention, decision to be it and have it, Now, the experience of fulfillment creates you being surrounded by the answer, surrounded and enveloped by fulfillment, right? Fulfillment is, just is. Fulfillment is. Source is. What do I mean by that? It exists. It just is. Non-fulfillment is a thought, a contrary thought, a thought unlike God. That there's a possibility that you have any lack or any non-fulfillment. It's not possible. You are absolutely one with Source. You are the Source. Non-fulfillment's impossible. It's never absent. Fulfillment is never absent. So intention, the idea of intending, deciding to have it, to be it, put your time, space, and intention onto the fulfillment that's already there. Do you see it? To desire it, to need it, to want it, focuses on the thing not being there. Or it focuses on non-fulfillment. Focuses you not being the person you want to be. Do you see it? Be enveloped. Be surrounded, as the ancients said. Right? Remember that we've covered this in several different videos on the channel. And it's based on the teachings of Greg Braden, spiritual teacher Greg Braden. In the present day or the modern day Bible, there are two sentences missing that were in the original Aramaic unedited version. The 4th century edits of the Bible excluded these sentences, as discussed by Greg Braden. Right? The Aramaic unedited version had them. Retranslated version shows 2 sentences, right? Translated in English. 2 sentences that were missing. There's 2 sentences in John 16, 23 and 24. That whole verse about ask and you will receive. But you haven't asked in my name up to this point. Remember, we covered that in a video a few days ago, actually. Right? What were the 2 sentences? The sentences were ask without hidden motive and be surrounded by your answer. Be enveloped by what you desire, that your gladness may be full. Those missing sentences, edited, part of the 4th century edits of the modern day Bible, retranslated in English, gives us the key to asking and manifesting your desires now. Right? Ask without hidden motive. Ask without needing and wanting it to be fulfilled. In other words, be fulfilled. Know that fulfillment's already within you. Right? Without attachment. Ask without attachment to anything, any outcome. Ask without judging the current conditions or invalidating the current reality. Right? As not invalidating it. It's simply not your preference. But don't invalidate anything. Don't be attached to anything. In other words, be intentional. Set your intention to be and have it, and move to that identity, move to that reality. Ask without hidden motive and be surrounded, right, by the answer. Be enveloped by what you desire, that your gladness may be full. Fulfillment is now. In other words, ask with intention, choosing fulfillment now. If that's writing it down, write it down. But that's powerful. That's what all 3, the subscriber, the 2 clients, one in the 24-hour manifesting video and my client just recently, all of them, that's what they did. They were surrounded by the answer. They were enveloped by their desire. They were enveloped by fulfillment now, without needing and wanting it to be fulfilled, without the attachment to it. Watch this video if your desires still haven't manifested. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, for joining us on TikTok. It's starting to grow at Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of the membership channel. Don't forget, we just released a membership video a few days ago. 2 other videos within a week before that, 2 weeks ago. And we had a live stream at the end of December. Lots of new content on the membership channel. And we have another live event to be broadcast from the membership channel this month on January 28th, Sunday, 2024, our first live event of the season, of the year of 2024. Be sure to tune in. Send your questions to info@besomethingwonderful.com. We're starting to gather those questions together. And if you're a member, tune in. If you're not a member, there's a link below if you want to check it out. Creators, with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom in the studios of Be Something Wonderful here in Las Vegas. Until next time, we'll see you soon.